Here's a question. Could a new district attorney in Dallas County impact the pending retrial of a once convicted killer? Randy Halpern was part of the infamous Texas 7 gang that escaped from prison and killed an Irving police officer in 2000. Today, a Dallas County judge raised the question of what happens to the case when the new district attorney takes office. Fox 4 Shaun Rabb in our newsroom with today's status hearing. Shaun.
And Clarice, Halpern was convicted and sentenced to death in 2003 for his part in the murder of the Irving police officer Aubrey Hawkins. His death row conviction overturned, a new trial ordered, but because there will be a new district attorney in Dallas County, it's possible there could be more twists and turns on the road to a new trial. Randy Halpern in court for Friday's hearing in a jailhouse jumpsuit. He and 6 co-defendants were found guilty of killing Irving police officer Aubrey Hawkins Christmas Eve 2000. Halpern's conviction was overturned in 2019 because of anti-Semitic comments made by the original judge after the trial. 2024, the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals ruled a new trial set for April of next year. But due to possible changes in the DA's office after incumbent John Creuzot was defeated by Judge Amber Givens, Judge Leila Lawrence Mays gave both sides choices to consider about how to proceed with this case.
Possibly moving the trial setting up where we would need to try the case before the end of the year. That's one option. Next option is continue to work like you all have been working and just kind of see where we stand. But one thing I think we probably cannot do is to select a jury in November, big panel, January do the individual voir dire, when I'm not sure what we're going to do DA-wise. It may make a difference as it relates to the death penalty, and it may make a difference as it relates to how the case proceeds.
So right now, the case is set to go to trial in April of next year, even with the uncertainty of how Judge Amber Givens may view this case, given its age and history, when she becomes district attorney in January. Both Halpern's attorney and the state agreed moving the trial date up to have the case heard this year because of the volume of evidence was not something either side wanted to try and do.
I don't anticipate wanting to accelerate. I mean, I want to take our time. Mr. Halpern's life is at stake. I want to do everything and take as much time as the court gives us to properly prepare his defense.
Your Honor, I agree. I cannot see it being feasible for us to accelerate this. I think the timeline that's been placed is one that we're working towards.
So today, Judge Mays decided preparation for a trial about a year from now, next April, would continue. 4 members of the so-called Texas 7 have been put to death. 1 committed suicide when police caught up with them in Colorado. Patrick Murphy is waiting an execution date, and Randy Halpern, again, waiting for his new trial. So we don't know how the DA's office will change, but with a new district attorney, without fail, there are always changes, not only in policy, but personnel. And none of that will be made clear until early January when Givens becomes the next Dallas County district attorney.